Hey guys, how's everybody doing? Who's hopping on? People in the future watching. If you watch the other ones, you know what this is all about. Basically just watching the chicks grow up week by week. This is week 6, and if you look back, you can notice a huge difference in Lemon especially. Look how many feathers she has. It's crazy. She's the one on the very left.
With the white and gray feathers.
Yeah, on the very left there. And then Opal's the one closest to the camera. Lola is the one to the right. And then, of course, Millie is I mean, everyone knows who Millie is. She looks very different. Look at her poofy hair coming in. Her crest is getting huge.
I'm thinking she can't even really see very well because it's covering her whole like she has bangs now.
Yeah. You can see that they're eating cucumbers, though they're no longer scared of cucumbers. Well, they weren't really scared of them before. They just didn't really like them, but now they quite enjoy them. So that's good. They still don't really play the xylophone. People suggest putting food on there, but that doesn't work. Could probably maybe I don't know what we could do to make them play it. Some chickens seem to always play their xylophones, and then these ones don't. Our other hens don't. Maybe it's something in the water. Pamela is saying their cheeping is so comforting. Cannot believe all the feathers. And they have grown so fast. Yeah, and you might hear it. So Lola, the gray one, she has a different noise that she makes.
She almost makes like a songbird kind of like song, like sound. Like I don't know how to explain it.
Yeah.
Hopefully she does it.
I wish I remember what it sounded like so I could just mimic it, but I kind of forget. But you might hear it.
Millie has one black feather under her chin. I don't know if you guys can see it.
Oh yeah.
She has one black feather that's coming in.
And she has black feathers coming in kind of all over. That's the pattern she's going to have, is black spots, kind of.
Science Nerd says, can you tell their sex yet? Yes. Most people who are more experienced than us or than me can tell. I'm pretty sure Lemon is a male, is a rooster. The other ones I'm not 100% sure about. Maybe if anybody has more experience and can tell us. Usually when they're about 6 to 8 weeks, people can start telling what their gender is.
They sure like to peck the camera. Yeah, probably because it's new. Also, the camera lens might be reflective enough for them to see themselves.
I tried putting a mirror in there. They didn't really, well, first they were scared of it and then they just ignored it. Like they didn't really notice it was there.
Well, we keep a rooster. We will keep Lemon, and if another one's a rooster, we're going to try it. We'll see. But it all depends on how all the chickens get along together. We can always find another flock for those chickens to go to. and so that's not an issue. I did say, if you guys watched the last live, I did say the next live was going to be making the bonsai tree, but that's because I forgot that we were going to be doing the chick cam. So the next live, maybe even tomorrow, depends on what time permits, we will do another live tomorrow with the bonsai tree thing. And weather permitting, I may have another vlog out soon. It's just been cloudy the last 2 days, and then today it's cloudy as well. I'm trying to figure out this light situation, and I need to just, I need to put that vlog out because I'm, so that'll come up soon. Also, we're having our sale still. Buy 2, get 1 free for the prints. You can email orderfromjosh@gmail.com for that. You'll talk to Ashley. Everything that's available is on the Facebook page, My Hands Gallery, and we are also nearly sold out of the postcards, but we're ordering more, so thank you to everyone who's buying the postcards. I forgot to post a picture of all of them together, but in the last vlog you can see them all. In case you missed that one, you can have a look at them. Have you guys noticed that Lola, her fuzzy feathers are covering her regular feathers on her wings almost, except for just at the very tip?
Mm-hmm. And her little cotton ball tail.
Yeah. Her head feathers are not so puffy right now, but they should get...
They will get puffy.
They should get puffy, like an afro kind of.
Yeah. And they're not on heat anymore. We took the heaters out. And we also turned down the temperature in the house a little bit.
Yeah, so it is about 64 degrees Fahrenheit. That's about 20 degrees Celsius in here. And they're doing fine.
So we'll slowly decrease it until they can go outside.
Yeah, so we'll make it go to about minus 35 in here. See if they can stand it. And then...
Minus 35.
I'm just kidding. Well, just down to room temperature, and then, of course, they will. If they can handle that, they can definitely handle outside. Because outside, today it's cool, but it definitely gets more than room temperature outside.
Yeah, we have to wait for it to get a little warmer outside because at nighttime it still is going below 0.
Right.
So it does have to get warmer. But
0 Celsius.
They're almost there. Hi, Isabel. Pamela said, whoever dreamed I would be chicken watching and enjoying this pandemic has brought on some really different interests. Strange times.
I think the window you look out may have a wave crack and you're seeing that. No, Dave, it's not. It's not. If you watch the vlog, you will get maybe as frustrated as me. It's definitely something in the forest. The little sneak peeks that I've shown you in that last vlog are nothing. Like I didn't include a lot, but if it was a wave or crack, I'd be able to see it at any time of the day. Instead, I can only see it for about 20 to 40 minutes a day. It's definitely dependent on where the sun is in the sky and all that sort of stuff.
David says, do you and Ashley have a favorite chick?
My favorite chick is probably hard to say exactly, I guess, because I don't really have a favorite chick, but if I had to pick one, it would probably be Millie because of the crazy hair, and that's the one that I wanted the most when we picked them out, so I would say Millie. But,
I can't choose. I like them all.
But when I hold them, they're all pretty awesome. Millie stays on me the longest, though. Like a parrot, almost.
I think Opal is the easiest to hold for me. She just, sits right in my hand and just snuggles in. Millie and Lemon always try to, wriggle their way.
Yeah. Speaking of Opal, she's the one who has the curly toes. If you look closely, you'll be able to see her right foot still has curly toe, but it's not as bad as it was. We've stopped trying to fix it because it just caused too much swelling in her foot, and we didn't want to cause other types of damage. Since since it's not going to affect her day-to-day life, we thought, whatever, we'll just leave this one. We probably didn't do it early enough to fix it. I mean, you can fix them even when they're adults. It just takes way longer. But it was just causing too much swelling. Some of you more experienced chicken people would probably know what to do to make it less uncomfortable. But yeah, it was getting like swollen and like purple. It wasn't great, so
No.
we've just let it be.
It's not affecting her ability to perch or scratch. Like she was up on the perch the other day.
Oh yeah.
And she jumps up onto the feeder all the time. That seems to be her favorite spot.
Yeah, on the left there, that feeder there. She goes on there quite often. And they all perch now, but they don't sleep on it.
No, they just sit up there, but they like to sleep in the corner all snuggled together.
Yeah. You might notice these black spots on Millie's feet too.
I actually was looking into it, and it's actually a lot of chickens of the same breed have those black spots.
Okay.
So it's something that's specific to the breed. Judy says, can you borrow or buy a trail camera and set it up in your forest? Cameras sometimes pick up things in the naked eye, cat doesn't.
I could. But the thing is I would have to aim it properly. Like I don't like the only vantage point in which we can see this thing is from the house, from that one window. So
some of them are pecking at the cardboard, like the little bugs that I drew on it, and other ones are pecking at the camera itself. I think at the lens they can see maybe the reflection. Also, Josh's camera case or phone case is covered in paint spots, so they're probably pecking the colorful spots as well.
It's funny that Millie, she can't see me, really. So normally she's really, oh, now she can see me. Normally she's really skittish. This is actually pretty insane that I'm able to do this. She no longer looks like a grade 7 bully. She looks more like a mean substitute teacher. Oh, Lola was taking a little speck off of Millie's beak there. Wilma, they don't care for Amir. Like they're indifferent.
She's trying to jump out. David Conrad says, how are the dogs with the chicks? Gina likes to watch them. Hank doesn't really care. Oops.
Yeah, China's actually in here right now.
Yeah.
Right behind the camera. She's laying down though. She's not really watching them too much. Man, these girls are staying close to over here. We've been letting them out semi-regularly, so maybe since the thing is open, maybe they're thinking it's like, what the heck, let us out already.
Get out, yeah.
Hank is doing fine. We took him to the vet one last time there to get his meds, so now he's on his meds. He's probably not going to be fine overall, but like this is the best we can do for him. So he's taking his meds, and he's taking a lot of peas.
Yeah, he's on a water pill or a diuretic because he has congestive heart failure. Oh no, they're all quiet.
You notice, guys, that they don't really sleep randomly. They don't have like narcolepsy anymore. Wait, is it
What is
narcolepsy?
Millie looking at? Yeah, where you just randomly fall asleep. I think
Yeah.
so.
Oh. Get back, get back, get back.
Habitat non-angels are what happened to me. He started having. Oh, watch Opal might jump out.
You guys, Opal's on the water thing. You can't see, but she's up there. She's probably gonna try to get out. The door is open.
Yeah.
So that's. I would move the camera, but it takes forever to get this rig situated. I'm just gonna move it.
She really wants to stay on your hand. Somebody asked what was wrong with him. Oh, Habitat non-angel. Last week he started having seizures, and we took him to the vet. They did a bunch of tests. At first they thought he might have a tumor, but then it was, they figured out that they figured out that he has congestive heart failure. So he's on some medications now. And yeah.
You know what's kind of cool, guys, though? Ashley knew he had congestive heart failure. Like, that sounds like we knew and then didn't do anything about it.
Yeah.
That was her guess. And then the vet said, it's a tumor. Actually, no. She said she thinks it was a tumor. And then the ultrasound vet guy said, it's not a tumor.
Yeah, and then they sent all those results to a cardiologist.
And then he said, it's congestive heart failure.
Is this Arnold Schwarzenegger?
Yeah, kindergarten cop.
Oh.
It's not a tumor. So, anyways, his demeanor hasn't changed though. He's like
No,
super
it
chill.
hasn't.
They thought maybe he had Lyme disease, but we don't really have ticks here. I mean, we do have ticks here, but like, it's not a huge problem. But they're like, you know what? Could be ticks. Got to check him for ticks. Blah blah blah. But it's congestive heart failure, so that's what it is.
Millie will pick the cucumber and then Lola takes it out of her beak. Somebody else asked what other fruits and veggies. Oh, there, David. What other fruits and veggies can chicks eat? Pretty much everything. I've given them lettuce, tomatoes, like cherry tomatoes. Cucumbers are their favorite. They don't really actually eat the tomatoes very much.
No. Because they're gross.
They can eat berries and like squash and pumpkin and pretty much everything.
They can eat anything. They can even eat meat, which is not a fruit or veggie, but they could. I don't know if at their age they could eat it very well. I mean, I don't know. But chickens do. I mean, Plum is always after China. Wonder if she's like, hey, man, there's a big old mouse.
Mickey52 says, how old is Hank and will he get better?
He won't get better, but he's about 6. He has probably about a year or so left with the meds. Garbage disposals. Yeah, that's exactly what chickens are. And pigs. So you can see, I'm going to try to point the camera. Opal, she's up there. You can look at her toes there on her right foot. You can see them curled up.
Grandma's Gone Crafty said Opal is determined to get out. Yeah, she is. I think last live we were telling you guys that we heard a crow.
Oh yeah.
I heard it again. Like I haven't heard it since until yesterday.
And
Was
yeah.
Yeah.
Then you looked at the camera, at the Nest camera, and then you looked away and it crowed again.
Yeah.
And then it didn't crow again after that.
I don't know.
And Nest, for whatever reason, you can't rewind. So couldn't even rewind it to see what it was. You can only see live, whatever. This is supposed to be like a security camera. We didn't buy it for a security camera, but like that's what it's meant to be. And what a trash! Don't buy Nest.
Well, I think if you order their subscription service or whatever, then you can get video playback.
Oh, okay. Okay, disregard what I said. They might be great. You can see Chino on the left there.
You're gonna get your nose pecked, Gina. Oh.
Can you put in a thicker stick? This will help them a lot and keep their feet from getting spasms.
The stick looks actually quite thin in the camera, but it's actually about, I don't know, 1.5 inches in diameter, would you say? Or 1 inch?
Yeah, it's quite thick.
It's actually quite thick. Hi, Lewis.
Yeah, the radius of the stick is about 1 inch, so the diameter's got to be. Yeah, no, it's quite thick. Our other chickens roost on something thinner than that in the coop on the sandbox ledge. Or maybe it's about as thick as that, I
No,
should
it's
say.
about the same, or maybe a little bit bigger. But they're, of course, a lot bigger.
No, I'm not talking about the branches they sit on. I'm talking about like the sandbox part. The ledge.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
Ginger, that's her favorite spot.
Yeah. She's one of our bigger chickens. But also we can't, I mean we could, but like this stick just fits within the cage, you know? Like it fits in the holes, which is why we have this one in here.
Twilight says that's why they aren't on it. They actually go on it all the time. They just haven't in this video. It's actually Millie and Lemon, it's their favorite spot.
The thicker the better. Yeah, probably. Probably. If we put in a thicker one, like it would be, we'd have to build a stand for it, which is not a big deal. If you look, I don't know if you can see it, but right behind that stick, there's a dowel in the corner, which is thinner still, and they go on that too.
Habitat on Angel says you guys have PayPal, right?
Do we have PayPal?
Do you have PayPal? Yeah.
Oh, we have PayPal, yeah. If you're thinking about sending something for Hank, don't worry about that. That's not why we're telling you about that. We just didn't want him to like suddenly be dead, and then like I'm laughing, but I don't think it's funny. It's just that would be like an awkward like surprise. He's no longer alive. So that's why we told you guys, because a lot of you guys like him. But he's more or less good concerning his everyday life.
Yeah, yesterday, like we're supposed to try to keep him as calm and quiet as possible. Of course, it's hard to do that all the time. Yesterday he went after a squirrel because he just wants to play. He's pretty much normal. Like he doesn't seem really affected other than when he was having the seizures last week.
Twyla, your suggestion for the screws, that's actually a good idea. Use those as kind of a hook and just have the roost be on the inside. Yeah, that's a good idea. We'll probably do that. She must be a chicken lady. Chicken lady. She must be a chicken lady. She must have chickens. That's what I mean. Or birds, anyways.
She says, do they play the xylophone?
They don't. Every once in a while they'll peck at it, but like barely ever.
Rizabo says that chick looks like Tina Turner. Charlie says, I love all birds and have had them for almost 20 years.
20 years. Did you have chickens as well? Or like just other kind of birds or what? What kind of birds do you have now? Like,
Sorry, can I put my foot?
do you have like, yeah, do you have like tropical birds or European starlings?
Her dad was a falconer.
What?
That's cool.
That's cool. Did you keep any of the little hats, the little hoods?
Tracy says, how about the tambourine? Have you tried that yet? I have it in the big coop with the older birds. And Henrietta did peck at it the other day. So,
But that's it.
that was it, yeah.
I missed it. So it won't be on camera. I don't know. They don't seem to... I don't know.
Martha says, Millie reminds me of a Phyllis Diller, old movie star. I don't know who she is. Do you know who she is?
Mm-mm. I know Phyllis from The Office. Shut your mouth. You look like a trout. Also have the foot and chainmail to walk with your bird around malls and stuff. Huh.
Victoria Hinton says, they've got feathers.
They do have feathers, yeah. They're not fully feathered yet. Well, Lemon is not fully feathered yet.
Yeah.
Lemon's got, you can see, if you look closely, you can see the elbows of her wings. I don't know what those are called. The part where the spikes come out on a pterodactyl. They're still bare, and a lot of her back is still bare, and she doesn't really have tail feathers yet. They're coming in, but they're not quite there. You guys can check out Ashley's Instagram at Ashley Rose Alexander for more pictures on the birds, a more you know, in between the vlog sort of thing, or the live, sorry.
With Lemon, some of her feathers are like curling upwards, so I'm actually curious if she's a frizzle. I can't remember if I said this last time.
Yeah, I think we did, yeah.
Yeah.
My dad grew 2 young ones and hunted for me every day on the farm. That's cool. Did they have to roost on a thick branch as well? Or is that like a just a general rule? Like I'm not really a bird person. I did used to have 2 what are those birds called? Did you hear that, guys? That was
Lola.
that was Lola. That wasn't the same cool sound that she usually makes, but it's different. But anyways, when I was a kid, we had 2 cockatiels. I think they were Shelby and Odie, we called them. And Shelby could say pretty bird, and Odie couldn't say shit because he was dumb. But he was cool.
Phyllis Diller was a comedian. She was popular in the 60s and 70s.
I was just a baby in the 60s. Oh. Oh, you can see Millie doing the beak thing on the shavings there. Oh, guys, remember how we changed our shavings to hemp in the coop? The dust in here is insane, and we're using shavings in here. We're just using up the rest of our shavings, basically. And the hemp, like, it's a world of difference. It's still dusty,
Not nearly.
but not nearly.
Yeah, like even look on top of the food bin there.
Yeah, to my right here, like in this room, we keep this door closed that goes into our bedroom, but the bathroom door doesn't have a door. So, like, it's just like dusty in there, dusty in here. Like, I'm sitting in some dust. I mean, we clean it quite regularly, or dust it quite regularly, but it's still like a crazy amount of dust. Just this little bit here from them walking around, fluttering around, you know. They're all curious what came. Yeah.
Joe says, I see 3 chicks and 1 rock star.
Yeah.
Michael Gross says, have they told you why they crossed the road?
They actually haven't seen a road yet. Maybe they'll start. Imagine chickens. You could teach a chicken to talk like a crow or parrot or something. That would be so cool. And imagine you taught it how to say why across the road. That would be insane. I don't know. Hey, what was the girl with the birds? Twyla, right? Twyla, do you know why some birds can talk and why others, or can all birds talk? I don't know. Do you know the answer to that question?
Mickey says, when will they go in the coop with the other chickens? Probably in the next, I'm thinking 2 weeks. I'm just really waiting for Lemon to grow the rest of her feathers.
Yeah.
Or his feathers.
He's probably a he.
Probably.
So maybe 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 or 6 or 7 or 8 or 9 or 10 or 11 or 12 or 13, 14, 15. I'm just counting days. Or 17 or 18 or 19 or 20. That was such a dumb joke. Probably Lemon is a boy. Sorry, I forget. Amanda. I lost your comment there for a second. Some birds get their tongues split at the vet to get them to talk. Others don't need that, and it's just like dogs with getting them to repeat things. Right, I'm not saying they know what they're saying. I'm just wondering, like, okay, so you have to, that seems like not the nicest thing to do. I want my bird to say something. Can you cut his tongue for me, please? Like, what? That's like when people crop their dog's ears for no reason, just for aesthetic. Like, not even, like, if it's a guardian dog, I understand why you would crop ears, or if it's like or in the tail. But like, if you're just like, I want it to look badass, can you cut off half his face, please?
That's so, like, selfish.
Yeah, it's so ridiculous. Sometimes it makes sense to do it, but if you're gonna do it just so that you can have an
A
aesthetic,
cool-looking dog, yeah.
like he already looks cool. Team floppy ears all the way.
Millie's like gonna just have a little nap or something.
Tell me you know who's Jammer Rocky? Dude, I have no idea what you're talking about. I don't even know if I said that right.
Rizobo says, in California, it's illegal to crop ears, but legal to dock tail. Hi, Flora.
The tail seems less cruel to me. I mean, I don't know, because like a dog communicates a lot with his tail and his ears.
Yeah.
So like,
definitely.
Like I said, I totally understand why like a guardian dog would get its tail docked, so like a wolf couldn't like grab its tail or whatever, or its ears and stuff like that. But like, if you're like cutting off his ears so that he has a certain look to him, that's so weird. That's so weird, dude. I cut off both my pinkies so I'd look awesome. Like you would just be like, what the hell are you doing? But why'd you cut off your son's pinkies? So he'd look different, you know, a little interesting.
Yeah, you wouldn't do that to a person.
Right?
Although some people do like strange.
You might do it to yourself. But that's
Cool,
different. Yeah. That's totally different. Do it to yourself. A dog's not like, yeah, bro, cut off my ears, man.
No.
Imagine. It's like, so why'd you do that? Oh man, you know, my dog was just like, hey man, I'm tired of being able to, you know, communicate with my ears. Just chop them off.
Thanks, Laura. Do you guys have favorite chicks out of these ones? I'm curious what people say their favorite chick is.
Oh yeah, what is your favorite chick out of these ones?
I think Millie's quite popular.
Yeah, everyone's calling her a rock star.
With her fancy hair.
Yeah, that's exactly why I wanted one of these. If you guys watched the vlog where we went and picked these up, you will remember that I wanted this. We went there to get two. So, since they had a variety and we want a variety, and there's people who advise against getting a variety, and then there's several people as well who, like, I would say it's like, in our experience of people advising us, it's like
50-50.
50-50, yeah. Maybe 55-45 in favor of a variety. It's like oh, Hank's here, guys.
Hey, buddy.
Can you guys hear his big paws and
He
his?
might need to go outside.
Oh, he probably has to take a leak.
He has to pee a lot more now that he's on these medications.
But anyway, we'll see how it goes. But what are your guys' favorites? My grandma had a crow that yelled Old Joe. He mimicked my grandpa yelling out to the hired hand. He would hear the crow saying Old Joe all the time. I think Old Joe took care of the crow. That sounded like him. That sounded like, you know those books? I forget what they're called, but they're like, here, Spot. See Spot run? Spot running. Look at Spot run. You know those books? That's what your comment sounded like. Like it could be one of those, learn how to read. My grandma had a crow that yelled Old Joe. He mimicked my grandpa yelling out to the hired hand. He would hear the crow saying Old Joe all the time. I think Old Joe took care of the crow. You gotta love the head of feathers. Hello, Charlene. You like lemon or is non-binary to like? I like them all, but I think Millie is very interesting. Pugs get tails docked when they're only a few days old by the breeders. Never thought much of it till I had my sensitivity lifted in more modern times. Have my sensitivity. See, like, there's plenty of breeds that will always have their tails docked, but I mean, you know, that's different than their ears as well. I don't know. To me, it seems more normal. I like the pussy hair one and lemon. I like Hank too. They all have their own charm. Spoken like someone who's talking about their kids, not wanting to let them know that the youngest is the favorite. My favorite so far is lemon, says Agnes. They are all unique in their own way. One looks like a small ostrich. Yeah, I kind of wish she didn't have feathers on her legs. That would be hilarious. We're gonna probably at one day get one of those chickens that have no feathers on their legs or on their necks, because I would love to have a tiny ostrich. I was thinking, kind of independently, but also trying to convince Ashley that we should get an emu, but don't know how they'll fare in the winter weather. So we'll probably have to develop some more infrastructure to take care of them, and so that they won't get bored as shit by them like cooped up, you know. They probably wouldn't be by themselves. Most people advise getting more than one emu. If you guys watch what is it, Cog Hill Farm?
Yeah.
Cog Hill, yeah.
Yeah.
Cog Hill Farm, they have a single emu and it seems to do fine, but it could be because it's housed with like 5 billion chickens. How old will they be when they start laying eggs? They'll probably be, well...
Anywhere from, it depends on the breed, but anywhere from 6 months to a year, usually.
Yeah, because we had Nugget and Ginger. We thought Ginger was a Cochin, but she actually turned out to be a Brahma. Mm-hmm. Nugget is a Cochin, Bantam Cochin, and they didn't lay for over a year.
Yeah, because...
But it could have been time of year that we got them.
Yeah, I think it was time of year. But then Plum and Phoebe started laying when they were less than a year.
Yeah.
They were maybe like 8 months.
Yeah. Are emus nice or jerks? I don't know. I guess it probably depends on the bird, just like any chicken. Friend fostered a parrot and thought it didn't talk. One day football results were on TV and parrot rolled out expletives on every team and it was hilarious. That's funny. White House on the Hill Farms has 3 emus. It is a good vlog to watch. Man, we tried to watch that. And
Which one was that?
that was the one where they put the art in the emu house. Remember?
I don't remember.
They had a run, and they would show the. I just thought it was kind of boring.
I don't remember that
To
one.
be honest,
Maybe it was just the video.
it was a long time ago. We watched or tried to watch 3 of them. I really didn't enjoy that one, but I think it's because I just like a certain style of vlog, just like probably you guys. You know, it all just depends on what you like to watch.
I really like Coghill Farm.
Yeah, Ashley likes that one.
I think Mary Carl is so cute.
I think that's why I don't like. That's why I don't mind. I almost said that's why I don't like it. That's why I like it, is because she's so knowledgeable.
Yeah.
And she's so young. I think she's like 11 or something.
Yeah.
That's why I like that one. But I wouldn't like their channel. This sounds so mean, and I don't mean it to, because you know that's not what I'm saying. They have perfectly fine content if that's what you're into, but their daughter is definitely what makes it worth watching for me.
She's really cute. She knows so much about her chickens.
She knows more than her parents, it seems.
Yeah.
I mean, I would if I had to bet on it, I would say for sure.
She
Oh, there's a stare off between Millie and Cheens.
Oh.
Ah, dang! I disturbed it. That was kind of funny. Let me move you back. White House on the Hill. Farm said, oh, I already read that. Name for emu, Jack. Is that a pun, or is that just the name that you like? I don't know much about emus. If we had an emu, I'd probably name him, I don't know what I'd name him.
Well, our neighbors had an emu. It kept escaping. My 4-year-old son ran in yelling, "Mom, the biggest bird in the world is outside." That's so funny. Good boy, honey.
Look at Tina. She's like, what? Can you guys hear her tail wagging? It's thumping the wall at times. Name it Shakara. Yeah. Inside joke for those who missed the packing up video from yesterday or the day before.
Lily says emus can run as fast as 30 miles per hour. Wow.
Wow, that's fast. Josh and Ashley, your channel is my favorite. I just like the variety. Well, I'm glad you like it. Lemon is looking less yellow. Do you know what the mature color will be? It'll be white and black, probably.
Or white and gray.
Or
mauve,
cream
they call it. I think it's called mauve.
It's called, that's not a real color. Someone made that up. Oh, look at her fanning her wings. What is the name of the feathery head? That one, I'm assuming that you're talking about Millie, the black and white one. That's Millie. If it's a rooster, we're calling him Willie.
Is it hard to round them up and cage them when you let them out? No. They don't really go far.
I've seen your brother's videos, that's why. Oh, you wanted me to name the emu after my brother. I see.
Says, are you guys getting a sheep?
Yeah, so last chicken vlog, remember I told you guys that the guy was delivering 100 goats and 150 sheep? We got those all in the backyard now. No, we're not getting any for till next year at least. Make yourself as small as possible when dealing with emus. Dealing how? I feel like this is terrible advice if you don't know what the advice is for. I sent you a video about the chicken toys bicycle wheel merry-go-round. Did you get? Yeah, we got that like at least 60 times probably. Appreciate you guys sharing all these cool ideas. That's not something that we would do because it looks. What? Tina and Hank are playing in the corner here, but it's like cramped corners, so they can't really move. So they're just moving their. What?
I don't know what you're doing.
Sheena.
Gina, it's okay. Relax. He's just sleeping.
Bend over to. But why would I care about looking small to an emu? That's doesn't make any sense, Ninja. Ninja Mama. So they don't kick you. He wasn't barking at the chicks. He was barking at Tina. He wanted her to get out of the way so he could walk in here. That was hilarious. The birds all run as far as they can, which is like a foot. That was funny.
Jenna says, I have my baby granddaughter, Lydia Grace, who is 16 months in my lap, and she's giggling and saying Chicky. She loves them too. That's so cute.
They like to peck you in the eyes, says Twyla. So that's why you should bend over.
That's scary.
I feel like the better advice would be like wear safety glasses. You guys see Hank Snoozle in the corner there?
Be nice.
Hey, stop.
Back up. Leave it. Leave it. Back up.
Stop, Hank.
Back up. He's like never been interested in them ever until just now.
Yeah, he usually doesn't care about them.
Back up. Good boy.
Do you see how they're all looking at the side of their face instead of straight on? They got the close-up eye and the far side eye.
Good boy.
Emus will chase and kick the crap out of you, so bend over to appear smaller. Why wouldn't you want to appear bigger?
Maybe so they don't feel threatened.
I know that they can like eviscerate you with their talons, but like, I wonder what the deal is with that. Like, why would your birds just randomly do that to you? Or maybe a strange bird. If you're a stranger.
Tracy says maybe they look more like a meal to Hank now that they're bigger. Maybe.
Could be. He has a high prey drive. He likes killing things. But so far he didn't care about these guys at all.
Until just now. Yeah.
Until just now. You're witnessing history. Okay, maybe emu isn't best choice. I'm not scared of an emu getting one, because we'd probably get one from like hatched. We'll probably, do something like that.
I've heard if you raise them, as like are they called chicks?
I don't know. I imagine. What's a baby robin called? Is that a chick?
I don't know.
I've only ever called them baby robins. So whatever a baby emu is called, if we get them from them, I think it should be fine. They're just mean protecting themselves. Could Hank be jealous? Probably not. Because he's right here. He's getting pets and stuff. He just was like, what the heck are these? It's like, oh, chicken nuggets.
Chicken nuggets.
So you appear no threat. Oh, okay. So if you're bigger, they probably don't care. You can't tame emus. So some are just more docile then. I would have just guessed that they were tame because they seem to be, pretty chill. But maybe they just are tolerant or something. And then the male emus are more affectionate than females, but you can't tell which is which without a DNA test. Is that cucumber? It is cucumber.
Millie's so sweet. She was picking the shavings out of Lola's fuzz. I'm just gently picking them out, cleaning her up.
Now, the one thing the animal that we are going to get that I would be worried about would be either the chimpanzee or the rampaging elephant herd.
A whole herd.
Yeah.
Of rampaging elephants. But just put the camera on Hank.
He's in the bathroom, which is right behind us.
He's just right behind us.
Oh, he's actually not. He's hardly in the bathroom. Just his head is. He's just looking over here. there are assholes in every species of living beings. Says TES. Tees? Can't show your comment. You're going to demonetize me, man. There you go again, Josh. There you go again, Josh. LOL. Just how many... What is that word? Acres? Do you have? Why is acres spelled like that? I feel like acre should be like AECKER or AY.
I feel like that would be like acres.
Acre shouldn't be a word. What is acreage? That's not an English word, is it?
I don't know.
I think it's what language is acres?
Oh, it goes with ACHERS.
Ah, it's a Norse word. Oh, okay.
No.
Hank, stop.
Come here. Come here. Come here. Come here. Good boy. It's almost like he's feeling a lot better, and now he's all of a sudden wanting the checks.
Acres? That's a word? Acreage is a word. Yeah, no, that is a word. It just sounds weird, you know? Did I say it wasn't a word? I didn't mean to say that. If I did say that. I know it's a word. But the question was how many acres do we have? We have of open field, we have about 4 acres. And then the rest is just forest and then we have some that has a house on it, of course, and then we have like an acre of driveway.
An acre of driveway.
It's so freaking long, and then the parking pad is so big.
Charles says, I missed what happened to Hank.
Oh, Hank was just out of the chicks here. Or his health? His health? He has a heart. What is it called?
Congestive heart failure.
Congestive heart failure. So he's on meds now.
And he seems to have a lot more, I don't know.
Maybe that's why he didn't go after the chicks. Maybe he's like, I'm too lazy. They're in a cage.
Yeah, he seems to have a little bit more energy now.
A little more spunk.
Yeah.
How else would you say several acres? How many acres? How many acres do you have? I have several. I have acreage amount. I don't know. Hey man, nice property. How many acres? Several. A lot. You would say a lot of acres. 10 acres. 11. 11. I don't know. I don't know if I even understand what your question is. How old is Hank? He is 6. Sometimes I whistle to these birds to try to make them whistle back. Doesn't work. But anyway, you guys get the point, you know. I have 2 Chihuahua with congestive heart failure, and they have lived with it for years. They are 10, brother and sister. Oh, cool. Well, maybe Hank will last a long time. The estimated lifespan or whatever from... Or his what do you call it? Diagnosis? Prognosis? Prognosis is 1 year.
Well, no, he didn't give us a time yet. He said it was very poor. A very poor prognosis. And then I asked the vet, like, what exactly does that mean? And she said she was going to call the cardiologist and find out what he means by very poor.
Who said a year? Or they just guessed? They're like, we'll give you the worst case scenario.
Yeah, maybe.
It's like, he's gonna die tomorrow, but here are these expensive meds. Oh, that's not funny. Missing on meds. Yeah, we just started on yesterday, so 3 days of vet stuff, and now that's what's going on. Hank kicks ass with both feet. Well, he has 4, but 2 is okay. Grew up on 10 acres, had so much fun. I grew up on half an acre and I had so much fun. Like, I always thought that was so awesome, you know? Because all my friends had the tiniest yards, and I'm like, dude, your trampoline takes up your whole yard. I can't imagine 10 acres. We don't have 10 acres here. I wish we did. But then if I had 10, I would wish that we had 20, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
There's like, I would like to buy both neighbors' properties, like Armando's and the other ones. The people beside us, the other people beside us across the pond. But that's probably not going to happen. And then I would like to buy the other person in the cul-de-sac. Because
Buy up the neighborhood.
Because they have, yeah. And then I would like to buy the green space behind us. And then I would like to buy all of the whole neighborhood. Tear down all the houses. Except for maybe that one cool house. That's only cool because it's so different. With the watchtower and stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's interesting. Let's see what the last comments here. We had half acre too. It was great. Some was forested. Barns. Yeah, we like our property. Like, if we had bought a house when we first got married, we would have spent like 400 to 500 grand on a tiny house in town with no yard. It actually had a communal yard. The one that we looked at that we could afford was 400 and some thousand. And by the way, we can't afford that. I don't want to give any illusions here.
Yeah.
That's just what we were approved for at the time. Then they changed the rules to needing a 25% down payment, or 20%. 20% down payment. So then there was no way we could afford that, which was a blessing because then we would have had this stupid house that, it was a nice house, like, you know, because it was brand new and all that jazz, but like, it was like a skinny home. And so it had like a basement and a main floor and an upstairs. And then like the front yard was, I don't know, maybe like 3 feet by 20 feet. And then the backyard was about, I would say 20 by, I don't know, 6 feet or so. Really small yard anyway. It was like we were living in England or something. And we didn't buy it because I was like, this is trash. I don't want to live here. And then we couldn't afford to buy it like a month later because they changed the rules for new first-time home buyers. And then we just decided to save up. And then this place became available. We already knew about this place, and
It was way more affordable.
yeah, it's half the price. But that's because it was a foreclosure. It was abandoned. There was sabotage. There was, you know, we actually just today gave away all the trees that we cut down in our driveway.
The trees that were growing out of the driveway.
Yeah, we chopped those up into firewood. I was going to use that firewood in the wood stove in the shop, but we never put the wood stove in the shop. And then so we gave that away to Ashley's aunt today. She came this morning and we packed it into it. She brought a car. I thought she was going to bring a truck. We put it in her trunk in her back seat. But anyway, yeah, a lot of issues with this house, which is part of the reason why it takes so long to get anything done, is because it's like all these hidden things. It's like, oh, surprise. There's water leaks into the basement. Oh, surprise. You need all new electric. Oh, surprise.
Oh, remember the roof was like leaking?
Yeah, the roof was leaking.
When we first moved in, yeah.
So we got a new roof, new eaves troughs, and all that
We
stuff.
had to redo insulation
Just
over
like-
there and like.
Oh yeah, there was rot. We replaced the whole gable basically from the inside because we didn't want to take the siding off on the outside and it was winter. And then we got like we need a new septic field, a new septic tank, new. Well, we did the driveway already, more or less. Needs a little more work because we got that done when the ground was frozen. All these things that if you came here as a person, you'd be like, wow, this place needs a lot of work. Not like, wow, you guys did so much.
Yeah, because it still needs a lot of work, but.
Yeah, there's like so much. So, what was my point?
I don't know.
I was saying
But it was a good
something.
thing we waited.
Yeah, but I forget what I'm talking about. But anyways, we love this place. Other people don't get it, but it doesn't matter. We get it. It's ours. Oh, we lucked out because it has forest, which we like. It has a pond, which we like. It has a backfield, which we like. It backs onto a green space, which we like. It's we got a great neighbor, or at least he pretends to be. One day he's gonna be like, by the way, remember that time that your truck got stolen? Actually, that was in the other house. One time my truck got stolen by someone randomly. No, our neighbor is awesome. The other neighbor, don't really know him, but I'm assuming he's fine. And yeah, anyways, we like this place, so.
Wisteria Lane says, my cousins bought their house in the 70s for $88,000, now it's worth $875,000.
Dang.
Holy moly.
The place that we bought, the bank was trying to sell it for way too much.
Ninja Mama says, do you see yourselves there in 10 years? Yeah, I think so.
What's that?
Do we see ourselves here in 10 years?
Depends on how much art you guys buy. We might move to the island. But I don't know. We would like to keep this place as like our first home. Like we could have it as like a rental or something like that. But we would also like to live on the island, on Vancouver Island, near Souk. If you guys know where Souk is, closer to the French Beach area, really. Souk would be the nearest town. Really love that area. We toyed with the idea of buying this shack that was right on the ocean for like $600,000, but like we just didn't have the money.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and they have a tax on people out of province and out of country. Out of province, I think, is different than out of country because they had issues with. I don't know if this is true or if this is just something that I don't know, but they had a problem with the Asian what do you call it? Like the Asian businessmen
business people.
buying
from China or like other countries.
Yeah.
Not just China, but then
and then not living here.
Yeah.
Or living there. So they would buy all the real estate up, not do anything with it. And then I guess they're just waiting for, I don't know why they did that exactly. But anyway, so they made it harder for people out of country and out of province to buy a spot there.
I think
you have to live there within 6 months, I think.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I think the issue too is people would buy these properties and then not take care of it. So it was just like looking really bad. And yeah. That was another part of the issue is because they live in another country. Yeah.
But I mean, it could have been like, racism is still a thing. So it could have just been like people saying, like, it could have been a real issue at some point, and then they're like, the Asians are ruining our country. Like that's a thing, unfortunately. So I'm not sure exactly because I never really looked into it. I just used to, I worked on a couple houses down there, and so I was there for a few weeks at a time, and that just seemed to be a thing that a lot of people were talking about. And so when we were there on vacation, we were like thinking about buying this one place, and then it wasn't very it wasn't affordable at all.
It's so expensive there.
It was like 600 and something for a shack.
Yeah.
On a sick property though. It was like there was a cliff.
Yeah.
Right into the ocean. There's like
basically just buying the land.
Yeah, basically buying the land. Yeah, the house was condemned, I think. It actually had two houses. One was a shack, and one was a little bit of a bigger shack. And then there was a garage. It had a cool driveway going up a hill. Like it's switched back. I don't think I would be able to drive my truck in there. It was too long.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think you need like a small car actually.
Yeah.
But it was so cool. I didn't have my truck at the time. I had my old Chevy, which was probably still wouldn't have been able to fit in there. But anyway, it was awesome. I'm glad we didn't get it though, because it's just it does now that we have this place, we kind of know better what we wanted. We also looked at like this vacant lot that was just deforested, which is kind of weird that they did it like that. But
Opal has she's gonna have a little crest on her head, so it's feathers.
oh, is someone
Like a
asking?
little mohawk, yeah.
Yeah, she's gonna have a crest, kind of like Millie, but not even close.
No, more like Henrietta. If people remember what Henrietta, our black chicken, what she looks like.
Yeah,
It's gonna be like that.
it's gonna be like Big Bird, I would say. Big Bird's feathers on his head that are like fluffy.
I can't picture what Big Bird looks like.
Here, let me Google them for you. Big Bird. Oh, of course, these pictures don't even show the feathers on the top of his head. Oh, you can't even see him here either.
Sound that Lola makes.
Oh yeah, did you guys hear that? Okay, you see those floaty feathers? Right? You never noticed that?
No.
I never watched much Sesame Street, but for some reason I remembered that.
Jean says it's the biggest a rooster.
We're not sure.
We're not sure. She actually might be a hen.
Yeah,
The littlest one is a rooster. We're pretty sure.
yeah. He's a coach. He's a coach now. But anyways, guys, I forget what I was saying, and it's probably not that interesting anyway. So I think we'll go for now. This is week 6 of the chicks growing up. You can see that their progress is quite well. I think it's less noticeable now because their feathers are all in. But check out Lemon now. You can see that she's got you know, feathers, but like a lot of bare spots. So next week on week 7, we'll see how much comes in. Oh, even her chest is bare.
Yeah, we'll see how many more she has. Or he has.
I think the only difference that we'll notice in 1 week from now will be their size will probably get a little bit bigger. I'm not sure how well it translates for you guys. If I stick my hand in there, you might be able to kind of like, I don't know. If you use my hand as reference.
When we got Lola, like the one Josh was just holding, she was literally maybe 1.5 inches tall, like teeny tiny.
Yeah, if you go back and watch week 1,
Yeah.
even if you watch the vlog, we're getting new chickens, I think I called it. I can't remember. The thumbnail is of a rooster. If you look at Millie here, did you see how she pushed off me? She was like, she like pushed off like she was doing parkour. That was funny. But yeah, they're doing quite good, I would say. And then I mean week 7, we'll see how the feathers come in on Lemon in the back there, back left.
And maybe I can figure out who's crowing.
Yeah, maybe we'll be able to tell you who's crowing. Also, check out Ashley's Instagram at Ashley Rose Alexander, and maybe she'll, if she catches it in time, she might even say it on there. Just depends on what goes on. But thanks, guys, for watching. Thank you for taking advantage of the birthday sale, the April sale. Buy 2 get 1 free. Orderfromjosh@gmail.com. Check out what's available on the My Hands Gallery Facebook page. We sold out of some prints, but I'm going to go get those today. It's raining today, so it's a good day to die hard. That was dumb. It's a good day to do errands. And what was the other thing? Oh yeah, and the postcards. Postcards, we're going to order more of those as well. Thank you for everyone who wants to help support the floor fund, if you want to call it that. I don't have a clever way of saying that. Those I did not advertise anywhere except for on the video, the live video and the last vlog. And yeah, I can't believe how much we sold. That's so awesome. So thank you very much for all of that help. We appreciate that. So the will be tomorrow. I want to say it'll just be me though. We'll be doing the bonsai build part 5 or 6. I don't remember what it is. But thanks guys for watching. Really appreciate it. We'll see you guys. No.